Hello, seventh graders. Here is the explanation of your assignment. I can create an imaginative theme drawing. That means you're going to have a theme for your drawing, and it's going to come out of your imagination. We want you to have as much of your imagination working as possible with this. Go through this assignment, find out what you need to work on so that you can work independently as you move along. This will be your rubric. Look for someplace in your drawing where you have a 2-point perspective drawing. So I have examples of 2-point perspective drawings in my drawing. You can just look at my balloon house, and you can see that all my lines, my connecting lines, diagonal lines, go to a common vanishing point right here. I have a horizon line, and I have 2 vanishing points. You can see this house is also connected to vanishing points. So somewhere in your drawing, you have to show me that you can work with a 2-point perspective drawing. We have to have a building, roof, windows, door, and a 3D sidewalk, but you can substitute something in there. So for instance, if I don't add a sidewalk, maybe I added a pathway instead of the sidewalk, or I added a bridge. But you can see on my bridge how I've used my vanishing points to create a sense of depth and structure to my bridge. Your landscape technique using size and overlapping shapes, and so you can see in my drawing there are plenty of overlapping shapes. My small building is in front of my shoe. My shoelaces are in front of my shoe. You can also see that I'm playing with size. This building is large. This little house is tiny, so it looks like it's in the background. So use size as a way of creating an illusion. Creative architectural details. Be creative. Add all kinds of things to your paper. I have my guardhouse. I have my pencils. I have my Among Us characters. I have staircases. Use your imagination. Look at my saxophone house. Use your imagination and add as many architectural details as possible. Technique, we're going to look for techniques. So that, again, comes back to the technique of being able to use your triangle. Right here, I have very straight lines. And you can see that I have lined up my triangle to the edge of the paper, and I am lining it up to these lines. So technique is going to be important for us. Neatness and presentation. I want to show your work to others. So use your kneaded erasers that are in your folders and work that eraser, clean up any unneeded lines. If you have guidelines like this that need to be cleaned up, do that as well. Drawing must be completed with either 3-tone shades or shading or color. So in mine, I'm using a little shading. You can see where I'm starting to add in a little shading. You can use colored pencils. And again, your final score is going to be here. You're going to be, so this is worth the 2-point perspective drawing is going to be worth 20 points. So you're going to add yourself up, and then I'm going to rate myself against yours. When we hand these in, everything gets stapled together. You're going to hand in your rubric and your drawing together. So spend the period refining your drawing. Spend as much time as you can to come up with a really effective, fun, imaginative drawing. Adding color. We're going to be using our color pencils, and you're going to collect an array of colored pencils. You can use a pencil sharpener like this to sharpen your pencil, or you can use the electric pencil sharpener that's going to be on my table, and you'll need your kneaded eraser. To work your color, you're going to think about a focal point to start. So where do you want your eye to go in your drawing? So for me, I want my eye in this certain area. So I'm going to put a roll of tape right here. You can use anything, or you can just freehand it and just kind of outline very lightly, give an outline to the focal point that you want to develop. Now with your sharp pencils, you're going to start to lay in your color. So I am working with my color here, and this is going to be the brightest piece. I want everybody's eyes to go to my pencil guard right here. So I'm going to make it really super bright. I'm going to use a lot of yellow because yellow really stands out. But I'm also going to think about the background. And so I'm going to, because blue is the opposite of orange, I'm going to use some blue right here to offset my guard and set my guard back away from the foreground. So see how I'm going from orange to blue right here. And I'm going to just slowly develop my pencil technique. When I'm adding color pencil, I just lay in color very softly, and I turn my paper back and forth, and I slowly develop my colors. So don't just scribble. So you can use, sometimes I hold my pencil way back and I just add color using the side of my pencil. Sometimes I use the point of my pencil to add some detail. But because I want to mix my colors, I'm going to go back over with some yellow over my green, so I get some of this kind of nice broken color, and I get unique color combinations. I'm also going to use my blue to create shadow. So I'm not really using black as much. I'll use blue as the darkest dark for my color. And wherever I want the darkest darks, I'm going to use my darkest blue right here, or purple. And I'm going to work this color. Now see how I'm just staying within the framework that I outlined. So I'm going to just stay within this. So I'm not going to worry about the whole paper. I'm just going to color in where I put that circle. And so if you see right here where my circle is, I'm going to add a little red to my barn, my roof. And the rest of my paper is going to stay the black and white. So just focus your color in your target area, and then slowly start to expand it out as you